reading portfolio. This is what I was talking about when I was talking about reading portfolio. It means that consume and interact with as much as articles and features and multiple type of article and pieces you can, so that you have this reading portfolio uh, as a writer. That I think as a literary translator, I'm working as a literary translator, and when I read it, I'm sharing a personal flair here that when I read the work of multiple translators, some of them are known and some of them are no one heard about them as much as we most of the others. But when I read multiple uh, type of works from different translators, it gives me give me a sense of translation, Urdu translation, that how I should convey my work, or what are the missing points which I'm neglecting while working as a translator. What the vocabulary, what is the vocabulary the people or the translator are using for the same word which I have been using. And this gives me a background, a base, a foundation to improve my work. So I always recommend all of I always recommend everyone, and now you guys, that read as much as you can and build a reading portfolio. And you can do this activity that you write the name of the pieces or the books or the magazines you have been reading, or you are gonna read, or you are gonna have in the future. And always ask for recommendation of the books from your fellows and from your seniors and from your colleagues and from your teachers, that what should we read. And this will help you in building your reading portfolio, and help you understand other styles and techniques. And when you read and understand the other styles and techniques, you mix them with your own abilities. You develop your own style, and this is how you develop your own style. It's not about copying. Never think that if you read about, or if you take other people's work, you are copying it. You are not copying it. You are not you No one can ever copy your style. Whatever they are working, whatever they are writing, this is their skills. You can only learn as much as your abilities. So read, and read as much as you can, and this will reflect on in your writing in your own way. You are not gonna copy anything. Do not care about it. And if you have this thought that if I read so much, or I read that much, and if I read the same topic I'm working on, it will be a thing of plagiarism, or it will become a copied version. No, it will not. It will only reflect in your writing as a more developed situation. And the next slide is about craft your words. It's about the language skills, and as I already said, that never use or avoid using generalized statement. So you have to avoid cliches, or you have to avoid general slangs in your lingo, because a professional writer should have this formality, a little bit of formality, not as much as that it's not understandable for any common reader, but a little bit of formality is recommended from me. Okay, so avoid excessive use of jargons. If you must use it, explain its meaning clearly. Be sure to minimize irrelevant details. Obviously, scientific papers should have minimal irrelevant details. You should, obviously, when you use something or you use a quote from some writer or some known or unknown writers, it is your responsibility to share a little bit of detail or little bit of information about the personality you have quoted, but not a lot of information. Irrelevant details are distasteful in a scientific writing paper. So the third thing is, I hope I'm craft your words के बाद है आपका sorry, flow of text. I think it's flow of text. Grammar and punctuation. I was recommending you a book, and I'm gonna share the PDF with you. And if I'm not sharing it in the chat, I will send it via email to Foz, and you can have it. It's about the editor's style guide for grammar and punctuation and everything in between, and it will help you a lot. Study it and think about it, internalize it, and think about what you are doing right now and what the book is recommending, and what are the latest latest styles in the field of punctuation or grammar, and or what is your house style. House style is very important. When you are working with a magazine or a publication, you always have a style to follow. It's called house style, and it is mainly useful, and it is very much help you to set your radar and set your limitation about the language skills. And as I have said, mistakes will happen, but be mindful and learn from them. Consistent mistakes can have this impression that you can't use your tools. So avoid these consistent mistakes, but be prepared about mistakes. Because it's not good, it's not beneficial for a writer or a scientific writer, which obviously which are credible, or which have this impression that they will provide us incredible information. When they are have consistent mistakes, you will lose your confidence from the reader. So avoid these things. Okay, the next next slide is about what is the goal of your work. Okay, you're gonna have you will develop language skills and the house styles and the grammar and punctuation foundation. You're gonna do it, and you're gonna have built a portfolio, reading portfolio. But do think about what is the goal of your work. It is very important to think about this goal, why you are doing what you are doing, and what is the goal of your work. And if you have something in your mind, share it in the chat box, and then we will discuss it in the end or in between. So the next thing is break the rules. Okay, the break the rules is about what is breaking the rule. You have been learning everything, and then you will break the rules. And it's when you know the rules, you can float any convention and be as original as you like. And as I said to my colleagues, as crazy as you can, as you want to be, and you can do what you want to do with your article, and you will develop a taste for it, and you will develop a niche for your work, and you will craft your articles with such passion that okay, I know all the foundations, and I have learned all these things, and now I with all the information, I have this capacity to write whatever I want to write. And this is the situation where you can achieve. So the next thing is life hack. Okay, I found this Just a minute. Okay, life hack. I read this quote from T.S. Eliot, and it's not wise to violate rules until you know how to observe them. And this is the foundation of this lecture, that you have to know about everything, and then you have the liberty to write and dance on your own beats. And this is the main point. And the chat is here. I'm really sorry that I have missed the chat from our previous Zoom call. And this is a chat from Gule Lala. For scientific writing, I think the goal is to communicate the latest information with audience while letting them know why it is important to know that information and how it may impact their lives. It is a very nice thought, Gule Lala. And obviously, this is the goal you should have, and the readers will interact as much as they can through your vibe, what you are vibing through your words or your pieces. They will interact with it. And anyone else who want to share anything? And I think Anshara Ahmad is here, Mohsin Iqbal is here, and Gule Lala is here. And I missed the last few comments from the last call. If anyone have it, we can discuss about it, and then we can. Do you have any comments about it? Okay, we have.
Okay, so now I suggest, since you have covered the all your slides, and the topic was very quite interesting, and as we were discussing the rules, what to do, what don'ts, and do. So I think now we can have some questions. So I would like interns to ask your questions. Consider you can always message your question in the chat box if it is inconvenient to use your mic. So we are expecting your questions, I guess.
Yeah, if you guys do not want to speak, it is totally okay. You can just share your comments and or a thought. It's not even necessary to interact with in any way you do not want to. It's totally okay. I can understand. Most of the time I'm working. Yes.
Reba has asked you a question in your chat box. In the chat box. Reba.
Okay, I'm seeing it. Reba Tanveer, can you share an example of how to violate rules in a sophisticated way? Okay, so violate and sophisticated, these two words are in the same question, and it is refreshing to look at it. And it's about when you are working in a field and you know what are the rules you can violate and how to. There are a lot of things which you are reading, and you are building your reading portfolio, and by reading you have these multiple information in with you, and they will direct you what is your way to break the rule. It's not a fixed formula that okay, do this and you will break the rule in the scientific world. It's not about something I'm gonna teach you or I'm gonna give you a formula about it. No, you have to build a portfolio, a reading portfolio, and then it will guide you about what are the things you can do or what are the norms you are gonna set for your writing through your writing. Okay, and Maheen Khan is saying goal for writing could be to bring awareness and educate people to enhance their level of understanding, and in this way to bring a change in the society as well their way of thinking. Also, I'm Maheen Khan, a student of computational mathematics. I'm an extremely sorry for late. Oh, it's totally fine. Okay, and Riba, I'm looking forward to all of you, not only Riba, but I'm looking forward to read all the papers you are gonna contribute with Scientia or anywhere else I get my hold on. But you have to read and write, and this will do the trick for know the rules and break the rules. When you learn, when you read, and this will give you the opportunity and the liberty to make new rules, not even break the rules, but incorporating your own rules and your own styles in the field. Okay, Kashafur Rahman is saying goal for scientific writing is to raise awareness about latest happening in the world in different domains to develop new ways for them and engage them in scientific research. Oh, obviously, I think awareness, I think most of you and even I will be the one who would be saying that awareness is the main point here that we can bring through scientific writing, and which is much required, much needed, and to promote awareness, to promote new developments in the masses. Obviously, it is the most important thing. It is the goal, and but you have to be mindful, and you have to be think about that. Okay, I have this aim, and I have this goal in my mind that I'm writing this and I'm working on this research to aware people, to aware the masses, and to aware the readers. But how do you know that what your aim is fulfilled when you publish the articles? What are the things which makes you feel that okay, I contribute to the society? Yes, my information is out there and they are changing lives. Obviously, they are not every piece you wrote will have the huge impact on the masses, but how will you understand that your information and your aim is fulfilled through your writing? How do you analyze that thing? Do you interact with your readers? Do you have this the minimal thing you can do is add a comment section, or add a opinion section with your writing, so that people can interact and people can ask questions about it? Or what are the ways you confirm about these things that okay, I have the goal of awareness and I get it? Okay, Mohsen Iqbal is saying making your articles more engaging and something that audience can feel connected. I am always looking for different ways to inject my personality into my writing solely to make articles more engaging. It does adding humor in writing really comes under breaking the rule, and how can we use our humor in scientific writing? Okay, this is a very trick question, Mohsen, and scientific writing and humor. In first instance, it seems like okay, you are joking with the scientific research. Okay, it's not serious. You are not gonna take the author and the research findings seriously because it has humor in it. Uh, there are a lot of type of humor which or light sentences which you can add. It depends on the piece you are working on, and it depends on the research study you are working on. That obviously you can have you can have this opportunity where you can add a point where you can, I think, add a light section or a light I don't think humor in the way that you are stating your findings and you joke about it. It will help you with the article, but it's about the opportunity. If you have something which can be used as a light comment, light statement of which induce uh, a smile, or which induce a light gesture to, okay, do not worry a lot of about the things, about the situation, but you can have this a light moment. You can add a light moment, but not to I recommend not to make jokes in scientific, serious scientific writing, or findings, or developments which are of serious in nature. But you can have a light statement where you can lighten the mood, but not in a cringy, or in a bad way that put off the reader that, oh, it's not serious, it's not an important finding. So yes, first Siddiqui, a very much required message you have given here, and
Yes, so actually, there are two things as the session is pretty much, your slides are concluded, but interaction is going quite well, as much as interns are very much shy to give their input mostly. But if anyone has any question, they can raise their hand, and Nuzhat can always answer. And Nuzhat has also shared, most importantly, her email by the end of the last slide, and I will also share. I think it would be fine if anyone would have, if anyone can email you as well.
Yes, yes. I think we can wrap this up. I have just a closing statement, and we can wrap this up. And if you have any point or any examples, like you like the example of humor in a scientific article, or I think someone else asked me, it's a Riba who was asking about an example to violate rule in a sophisticated way. If you ever find while building your reading portfolio, if you ever find something we have discussed here today, and do share with me the articles, and if you have some research articles which are published, or you wanna speak about it, or you wanna discuss something, you can always approach me through my email address. You all have it, and it's totally fine. And okay, I think just let's wrap it up. It's been an hour, and it is very nice to meet you, and I think this is an incredible opportunity you have here, and I want all of you to make the most out of it by embracing key elements of the field and exploring your own ideas, because this is what the which has the most importance. And I obviously in the last I have this advice. You can take it as a request from me. You guys are working in the field of science and scientific writing, and which I think it is a field you all can agree with me that requires a lot of representation from Pakistan. So work and promote scientific fields and the STEM field and STEAM field, both fields, science and technology and engineering and maths and arts and everything. Try to promote through your writing and through your interaction on social media and through your official positions to promote STEM field in Pakistan, and try to give opportunity, like you have been given an opportunity here. Try to give opportunities to Pakistani students,